Well, I have something very special for you today. We are making brownies, but not just any kind of brownies. The other day, I was at Sherry Dixon's house and she was serving brownies. And these were the best I ever had. I had to ask her for the recipe. And as it turns out, this recipe is made with olive oil. How unusual and how healthy for us. So I had to have the recipe, and I want to share this recipe with you so that you and your children can create these better brownies. We're starting with a cup of brown sugar. Mix cocoa and sugar together, and this will help to break down little cocoa balls and now cocoa powder. We're also using 2 eggs. Now mix the eggs in. The next step is adding olive oil. We need a half a cup of olive oil. A tablespoon of hot water. Now we're going to add half a teaspoon of sea salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, of vanilla.
Oh, this smells good.
It sure does. Now we're going to go ahead and add chocolate chip and flour. We need a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips and a cup of flour. So you want to go with chocolate first? Okay, sounds good. A cup of flour, and this is all-purpose flour. All right. And a cup of semi-sweet chocolate. Probably steel couple. This recipe is good for about 16 small brownies. It's not a really big batch, so if you have a larger family, I suggest you double it. Vicky's finishing it up, and the next step is to bake it. This should be good, huh guys?
Yep.
Baking. Ideally, you should bake it in a 9 by 9 dish, but believe it or not, to this day, I still don't have 9 by 9 in my home. I usually don't bake small batches, so I have found the next best dish, and I'm gonna line it with a parchment paper, and then we're just gonna transport this into a baking sheet and we're gonna let it bake. This is a really thick and rich batter, full of chocolate. Wasting even a crumb. Okay, the next step, we're just going to spread it out. Never worked with such a thick batter, and I think that explains why these brownies were so good. Okay, we got it all in, and now we're going to bake them 325 for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay. The brownies are baking, and when they are almost done, I'm gonna go back and sprinkle some more sea salt just to kind of add a little bit more flavor to them, because this salt will offset the sweetness in the brownies, and that adds a little extra kick to this amazing recipe. It's time to clean up and to finish up the rest of the dinner. And tonight I'm hosting nobody else but my 2 children and myself, and I'm making their favorite dinner, along with this amazing dessert. Dinner, we're serving homemade mashed potatoes, meatballs in traditional red sauce, and fresh salad from our garden. I don't deprive myself of good food. What I do try is to encourage others to make homemade meals and to use wholesome and all-natural ingredients in their recipes. Please join our channel and send us your suggestions and your comments. We would greatly appreciate it.